But before I leave, it's time for Tech Talk, and we're discussing podcasts in Ghana. Check it out.
Yeah, pretty much audio recordings of conversations that are basically specific to certain topics. So sports, lifestyle, music, whatever. These conversations are recorded and then put on certain platforms that host podcasts, and then you can go and listen to them at any time of your convenience. Pretty much, yeah.
So, Winston.
Sorry.
What do you know about...
Why
you look at me so surprised?
No, he said everything that the podcast
Yeah, no,
is.
I was just about to ask you something.
Okay.
What do you know? Like, what's the history of podcasts that really interests you?
History?
Yeah.
Well, nothing in particular, apart from the fact that it, like you mentioned earlier, democratized the radio space. Because, I mean, it costs a lot of money to start a radio station. And for me, what was very interesting about podcasts was the fact that it's like, because of the nature of it and how, for the lack of a better term, informal it can be, it can start from the conversations you have with your roommates in university all the way to something talking about a political campaign or something like that. Like, it's that diverse. So I like that creative freedom that podcasts afford you.
Right. So I'll give you a fun fact. It was actually created by an MTV video jockey. I know how that's very, very off. That you'd expect a software developer to have come up with the idea to create a podcast, but it actually was developed by a former MTV video jockey. He's called Adam Curry, and he partnered with David Weiner, who is a developer, to write a program called iPodder. Now, the iPodder's job was to record internet radio broadcasts, like maybe our show, which is broadcasting on an internet radio station, and they didn't want to miss it, so he would record it and put it on his iPod so he could listen to it later. So that was the whole concept, which then, became something that's grown and has become podcasts. So that's how come most shows, like our show, this show, Geek Squad, is a podcast as well. When it's done being aired, we iPod it. Basically record it and then upload it to a server where anyone who wants to download it can download and listen off air. So that's fun fact.
The power of the iPod, I mean.
Yeah. Now, I mean, 2004, yes, that was the iPod.
Yeah.
So it was created in 2004. So we were all late to the game. I mean, I think it came in 2004. I was busy using my iPod to listen to jams, full volume, where everybody else sitting outside can hear me.
Hooray, Apple fanboys.
How much of that has changed?
Well,
Except I know it's an iPod anymore.
I actually still do have my iPods. Now, speaking of which, since iPods basically started the whole podcasting thing, and it will surprise you that in this age today, a lot of people are not listening to podcasts on iPod.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, just based on your definition of what a podcast is, if I feel like it goes way back before that MTV do, because some of us when we were young were using tape recorders and recording
tapecast.
recording all
Podcasting in Ghana. Make sure if you have a podcast, send us your podcast so we can listen to it. And that's how we end JoyNews Interactive. It's the 1st of September, a new month. So make sure you revisit your goals from January, see how far you've been throughout the year. Like I said, Maxwell, you said you're going to the gym and you're losing weight. How far with that? Jackie, you said you are saving money. Susu, how far with that? Gomez, you said you are getting married. So how far with that? So you people, you need to revisit all your goals from January. It's September now, okay? Thank you very much for the words so sweet. My name is Mapita CBD. Thank you so much for watching. You know how to join the conversation on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're JoyNews on TV.